Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another preview video. And today's one, we can be looking at the tmnt, the Saturday in the Morning Adventures, issue number 1. So yeah, this is the preview images for this issue, and to say the very least, I'm sort of a bit nervous just because I think the best way to describe it is that basically, even though I'm looking forward to this comic because it's more turtles, however, my biggest issue with it so far is the fact that it doesn't really seem too much like the 80 show. But yeah, okay, so we're going to look at the preview images and we're going to look at the covers, the description, and stuff like that. Okay, so we first start with April talking about the weather, saying that things are going to go from bad to worse, a lot worse, and everyone's a bit bummed by this. So Spencer comes up with an idea to do some more training, but everyone doesn't really like the idea of that. So then he comes up with VR and basically using the game to help them with the ninja stuff. And Spencer and Leonardo are all a bit cautious by this and don't really trust it a bit too much and don't think it's going to help that well. But Donnie, Mikey, and Raph are all on board with this idea and think that turning the game into training is actually quite fun. So then after that, the Turtles actually decide to go on to the VR thing, and that's when they go into VR world. And I think I've never used VR, so I might be using the terminology wrong. So then after that, the Turtles do go onto this stage where they have to fight the Shredder. Sort of a bit like, it's really giving like Marrow vibes, really. Just looking at this, with the golden bricks and stuff like that, it's really giving me like the 80s, 90s game vibes from like the arcades. I'm loving it. However, my problem is still like with it, with not maybe being the true. It's not really feeling too much like the 80s show, and I sort of really have concerns about it. But overall, this does look quite cool and really interesting. The art style does look a lot like the 80s show, but then again, you can't really go wrong with that version of Turtles. But it does all look really amazing, and I'm really interested to read the rest of it and see where it does go. Just because on the cover we've got loads of villains such as Beam Rocksteady, Ground Chuck, Dirtbag, Toka, Raza, and I wonder if they're going to appear in this issue, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see about that. Okay, so going over to the tmnt blog, we'll be looking at the covers and description. The description I've already, description I've actually not broken down. And I think that was the main reason why, is because I didn't really think there was too much to break down. So either way, here it is. In 1987, the world at large was introduced to the tmnt by way of a catchy theme song and an action-packed cartoon. The cartoon's aesthetics return in tmnt The Saturday Morning Adventures, featuring an all-new set of standalone stories. In this first issue, after an unexpected power surge, the heroes in the hard shell find themselves trapped in a training simulator, fighting to free themselves from the digital clutches of some of their most fearsome foes. Get ready for VR deep trouble, and try not to worry if that theme song is already stuck in your head. So, yeah, see, I don't really think there's really too much to break down here. In fact, there's not really anything to break down, just because it's more or less what was said in the description for this issue was more or less the only thing you could talk about, and there's nothing really you could expand upon. The only thing you could probably expand upon was maybe the fact that, they're going to become different foes, but I feel like with this whole cover here, just more or less says what kind of foes they're going to be going up against. Okay, so in terms of covers, they'll be able to collect tomorrow, you'll be able to get cover A, which is done by Tim Latti. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. And this is here. It looks really cool, amazing. Just jumping off the page with Shredder in background and other characters. They do look really amazing and cool. And this one definitely does really stand out, and I do really enjoy it. The next one, which is by Kevin Eastman, which is cover B, which is in the Kevin Eastman art style, but for the 80s styles. It does look really weird with the way that he does the shadows on these version of Turtles. It just looks really unnatural. And that's not to say it's a bad thing, but I think when you have this version of Turtles engraved in your mind of how they look, and you're seeing it like this, yeah, it does not really work that well, but overall, it's still a pretty cool cover. It's still Kevin Eastman at the end of the day, so you can't go too wrong with it. But then you do have cover C, which is by Tony Giorgi. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that name wrong, Sorry again, but yeah, this one looks plain and basic and simple, but it works and is effective. It's just for Toes just jumping off a building. Do you need to say much more than that? It just looked really cool. Yeah, I can't really say much more than that. It just looked really cool. I just wish there was a bit more going on with this cover. Besides from Toes just jumping, but yeah. Okay, so then for the cover RI, which is the 110 variant, you got this decent. Ooh, yeah. You know what? I'm actually starting to really grow on this one. I do like the colors. It's really like the 80s type vibe. Yeah, no. Okay, this one is actually really growing on me. I actually wanted to try and get this one, but this one's by Tim Lottie again, and it's just Toes just jumping down from the blimp. I'm not too sure with why they got the birthday cake. I'm not sure it has anything to do with the anniversary of the show or something like that. I'm not too sure, but either way, this one looks really nice. And God, yeah, this one's actually really convinced me to try and get this one instead of cover A1. Oh God. Oh, it's got Shredder there in the back end as well. Oh wow. I've got a feeling that this issue in particular is gonna be one of those ones where you're just gonna like I mean, just keep going back and back and back, rereading it and find new details. I mean, you've already found Shredder in that, and I'm amazed by that. Oh god, I'm really looking forward to this. But yeah, I'm quite interested to hear what I say about this in the comment section below. Do you like it? Do you not? Do you enjoy the preview pages? What do you think of it? What cover will you be picking up? And stuff like that. I'm quite interested to hear what I say about it in the comment section below. Me personally, I'm gonna be going for cover A. It just looks the best. I can't say much more than that, but cover RI is really growing on me and really, really convincing. Oh god, but yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do like this one, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.